Good morning folks, my name is Drew and this is Drew's Farming Life. Now I'm not sure how many of you will be aware of how wet Scotland really is, but it's very wet. So most of this week has been pissing it down and we've not been able to get any field work done, which is very unfortunate because I thought we were doing pretty well this year, but the weather had different ideas. So basically we've been doing some maintenance on a couple of the machines and just keeping everything fed and bedded. Right now I'm bedding the big straw shed. So aye, that's just the way it is at the moment here, unfortunately. But next week's to dry up again, so hopefully I'll get back to dung and hopefully get the plough going, because I'd really like to get some ploughed. So yesterday I actually decided it was going to snow, and when it did start snowing it was absolutely dropping it. Like, it wasn't cold enough for it to lie, but because there was that much snow it was lying. So everything was white for a wee while and then it stopped snowing and it all melted, but not before it decided to make all the ground absolutely soaking again. So you can still see snow up the top over there. So, not ideal. Ugh, they're excitable. I love getting out to their feeding in the morning. So that's one of the jobs we have to do in the farm. We have to check and see who's bulling. At the moment I believe it's number 35. We don't have a bull in the main herd. We've not had one in the brain lot for quite a number of years. They're quite dangerous. So you have to check who's bulling, and generally that's the cow that's mounted the other cow. No, the cow that's been mounted by the other cow is the one that's bulling. So I'll need to look her up later. We AI them, or start AIing them around 60 days and give them a couple of goes with the sex depending on how good a cow they are, and then conventional or beef after that, it just depends. But that's what we do, and then 12 hours later we will AI them or thereabouts, and that was the last. Well, that's, as far as I'm aware, that's what you're meant to do, or that's what was taught in the course. So I believe 35 one over there, and I'm sure there's another one here, so I'm just going to need to wait a wee while and see what one it is. I need to get out the pen. So one of the first things I done was I got the pressure washer going and gave the Manitou, one of the Manitous, a right good clean. Been a very long time since she's looked like that. And of course with rain comes, well, water. So the water was filling the slats up, so we had to pump slurry into the tower. So we put this on the slurry pump, 70/40, and the PTO was going, it's working fine, and then it just decided to stop turning. And Dad was lucky enough to notice when he was in the cab, when he started it going, and then it stopped working again. The wee error code that came up, and then we eventually figured out what it was. Well, phoned the local mechanic and he helped out. And so basically one of these wee push buttons can be the problem. And if they stop working, it just incompletes the circuit. So that just buggers up the sensors. So we've changed that, but that was an absolute bugger to get out. The old one, Dad was wedges in there under the mudguard to pull down the wee plastic cover. Then I found a bolt, you undo, and that whole bit comes down, which was a lot better. And then couldn't get the back of that unscrewed. There's a wee, you tighten it up, that's what keeps it tight in place. So I ended up just getting a punch and a hammer and then absolutely mashing it. So it broke, it went right through, and then I cracked the rest of the plastic that was around about inside there, and then the whole thing fell apart, and we got the new one in. And now the PTO works perfectly fine on the 70/40. So that's good. Also, we've started working on this machine to get things ready for when silage time comes round. More about it in the machinery tour when I get to my 20,000 subscribers. So if you want to see more, you know what to do. Also done a little bit of maintenance on the 70/30. We noticed that there was a little bit of oil leaking off the top of the gearbox in there. Noticed a wee drip, so we've ripped the floor out, and then you take this wee plate off under the floor, and you can see that the valves, one of them's been leaking oil, so we just need to take it out and replace it. Pretty sure, but it's an easy fix, but better noticed than left. Everything will hopefully be ready to go by the time it comes dry again, and hopefully all will go well, surely. Take your opportunities to look after your machines, and they'll look after you. So thanks for watching, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a subscribe and a wee like. See you all next time, and hopefully I'll be getting on with something else other than maintenance. So cheers guys.